and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Friday, 26th day of June, 4th day of Tammuz. Today, we're going to touch upon the halacha about sitting down while saying Tachanun. I mean, in the nefilas, apayim part of Tachanun. Is it mandatory that a person must be seated when he says Tachanun? So, I'm going to take you to the Shulchan Aruch. The Shulchan Aruch in Siman Kuf Lamed Aleph says, nefilas apayim meyoshev velo me'umad. Nefilas apayim must be said while you're seated, and you cannot say nefilas apayim while standing. This is the psak of the Shulchan Aruch, but it doesn't end right there, okay? So let's just digest this part first, that when you say Tachanun, it has to be said sitting, period. Along comes the Mishnah Brewer there in that same siman and says, Kasav Beis Yosef shahatamhu al derech hakabbalah. According to the Beis Yosef, the reason for being seated while saying Tachanun is because of mystical reasons. Those mystical reasons would have no exception. We would just adhere to them. It's a mystical thing. You have to be sitting. And so if you go with that, then it's seated only, and only say Tachanun if you can be seated. Then the Mishnah Berurah continues and says, U v'rivash kasav, the Rivash says, she'ein kpeda, that you don't have to insist on sitting down for nefilas apayim. If you were standing, it would be okay also. So here, if you would want to look at it more, the Mishnah Berurah then continues and says, because we have the Rivash's opinion that it's ein kpeda, it doesn't have to be seated, and we have this from the Beis Yosef that says that you have to be seated. So the Mishnah Berurah concludes basically, and you could read on here yourself if you would want to, that a person should always try to sit down for Tachanun, but under certain circumstances where sitting is not appropriate, like, for example, you're right stuck in front of someone who is saying Shemona Esrei and sitting down right in front of him would be inappropriate, then you, in circumstances like that, you could rely on the Rivash and stand. So, in summary, I hope I haven't confused you. Generally, you should always try to sit down for your Tachanun and nefilas apayim. But under certain circumstances, if you can't, or it's difficult for some reason, then you could stand up for nefilas apayim. But best is still, wherever possible, to try to be seated when you say nefilas apayim. Okay, thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.